What's going on, everybody? DjGoHam here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Somerset Farms with Seasons here on Farming Simulator 19. We have a big problem because this field is never going to work for us. What do you mean, DJ? This field, as you may know, field 28 is growing and it's oats. Yeah, it's oats. Very good. Problem. Big problem. It's never going to be ready for harvest. I have sped up time, I have fast forwarded, I have gone to the ends of the earth to see if this will ever be ready, and it will not. This field will never be ready. Something, I guess it was somewhere in the fact, it was all me, because I changed and I added things and went back and fast forwarded time, crazy stuff, and it's just never gonna work. And I can't put up with that. So what we need to do is we need to come up with some idea or something to do to make this field work for us. And that today is going to be whole cropping. We are going to be jumping in and we're going to be taking a look at forage harvesters. We're going to be looking at forage harvest headers. So we need things like this, like the X-Disc 620, the Spartan 610, stuff like that. I need some type of mowing head disc thing to work. And I think what I'm going to be using is this guy right here. That is going to be the Fortrit E296B. Oh yeah. I think that's what we're going to go with. See, that works with the E281C. Well, if we go over here to the forage harvesters and we find that E281C, that is exactly what I wanted right there. So we're going to get it. We're not going to buy it. We could. As a matter of fact, we could buy it, but we're not going to. We're just going to lease it. So let's do that. I like the color. Color's fine. I don't really care, to be honest with you. Let's go in here. Let's find it. Here it is. Boom. Lease, and lease again. So that took about $4 grand, maybe a little bit more in order to work. Now, the question I have, is this trailer going to work, or are we going to have to get something else? Because the headland I have to do by myself. So is this trailer going to work with that hookup? Only time's going to tell. So here. Ooh, that is something else, ain't it? Oh, I do love that sound right there. That is a good sound. Now we are going to go from using this in the field. There we go, hook up. We're going to go from using this in the field to bringing it out and changing out. So this is going to be pulling the trailer in the field. Once the trailer's full of chaff, then we will turn back around and we will send the trailer off with a tractor off into, well, wherever it goes. Let's go ahead and turn our beacon on and maybe some four-ways as well. Before you ask, no, you can't use four-ways on console unless you're on PlayStation 4 and you have the SATEC side panel. Otherwise, it's not going to work, unfortunately. So for us, we're going to take this guy back. I do love this thing so much. We're going to take this back over, and we are going to whole crop an entire field today. Let's see. Can we hook up? Please hook up. No! That hookup doesn't work. Come on. Dadgummit. All right. So we need a trailer, or we need some way to get it from into here. Let's see. So that is a pin hitch. That will work. Let's see. And this one will likely work. That will work with a pin hitch. But we want something, hopefully, a little bit bigger. Something a little bit different. Let's go through. As a matter of fact, these guys right here, the Brantners, are real nice. They're a little bit large, but they are very nice. These are nice too right here. Huh. How much will that hold? 35? Can you put the front of it down? Nope. Can't put the front of it down. It should go in there just fine, though. We just need we just need a trailer, man. Let's pick out a trailer. We'll be back. I know how to fix this problem. Why get another trailer when I can use the front lifter? Oh, that's not going to be good at all. That is on the ground. Can we have a plan B? No, that is too low. That's not going to work at all. Plan C! And it worked! We got a little farm tech trailer. This thing's cool. I love these little trailers. I didn't get the Duras. I thought it was a little bit too big. But this is going to be perfect. I just needed a trailer that we could pull around, man. That's it. Hook it up. Good to go. open the back of the trailer, pull through here just a little bit. Now, there was a thing with the trailer, is I needed something that was low enough to where we get the head in somewhere for the auger to shoot it in, but we also needed something that was single axle so I could back it in, because we're going to have to do all of this ourselves. So, what do you mean unfold the pipe first? It's unfolded. Oh, don't do grass. No. Chaff. There we go. That's what we want. So we are going to be doing chaff. We're going to be getting a whole bunch of it, all for this guy right here. We're going to be getting this chaff, chapping it all up, and then we're going to be using it for silage. We're going to make some silage. We'll figure out how to get it out of there. I'm not even sure I've got a bucket. Actually, I do have a bucket. I had a 2,000 liter bucket. We're going to get a whole lot more than that. So this ought to be real interesting. This is going to be a first for me. I've actually never whole cropped out of necessity. Get these trees out of the way. I've never whole cropped out of necessity before. It's always been just well, we'll just do it because it needs to be done, not a because it has to be done thing. And if you didn't know, yep, you could do this. You can mow your crops, chaff it up. And of course, in real life, it would be a different kind of chaff. It would have something different and unique about it. But here in the game, it's all the same. It doesn't matter. So I was like, well, we can either mow this and we'll get straw. And straw's fine, but it's not worth much. Or we could do it this way. We could get chaff and we could actually make some silage and make some money at that. So this idea won over. So let's finish our runs. Let's finish our headlands anyway. I'm going to attempt. Oh, and it is not dumping silage anymore. We just ruined a little bit of that. It's binging at me. There we go. All right. Back to normal. What in the world just happened? Oh well. Well, we are 100% full in there. It's actually gotten around this field quite a bit before it filled up. I think it's a 14,000 liter trailer. And we got to this far right here, all the way to the corner. As a matter of fact, it's not 100% full yet. I believe it's got a 99% full, something like that. Yeah, 99% full. I believe we're missing 87,000 liters. So we're going to take this. We're going to take it over to our bunker silo, because we do have one of those. Let's see, we can't get through there, so I had to spin it around a little bit. That's a little bit of weight on the back of here. It's nothing too crazy, nothing too bad. Bring it around here, and let's take it over here and let's make some actual silage. This is something I was not planning on doing. This is not something I was planning on doing at all. I was planning on doing all silage through bales and that kind of thing. But it looks like we're going to be doing it the old-fashioned way right here. Make it silage through the bunker. We will need to come in here and smush it down, but that is part of it. Let's see, we need to set some type of cruise control so we can get a nice wide swath of it here. Let's see, let's set our cruise. I'm thinking 5 miles an hour, something like that. 5 miles an hour might be too much. Is it all going to dump out going 3? I believe that's a negative, good buddy. That is a negative, so we'll need to set that down to 2 later on. We'll back up just a little bit more. There we go. Hey, we're already chaffing, baby. We're already chaffing. We'll get this finished dumped out. There we go. How much have we already done here? 33% compacted. That is great. Well, we are going to go around, probably hit 3 headlands just so our workers got enough room to move around and do its thing. But past that point, I think we'll be able to start carting. And once we're able to start carting, because we're going to come through and we're going to square this field off so the worker can do his thing and be good to go. But once we can start carting, we are going to return this trailer because there's no reason at all to keep it. So that's the game plan. Let's rock and roll. Let's make it happen. Well, as maybe you could have seen during that, our silo isn't working out. Like, we've got problems with it. I have not come across that in a while, but yeah, we're having a few issues with the bunker silo over there. Hopefully that all kind of sorts itself out, because otherwise that is not going to be fun. So we're going to take this, our larger trailer here. Hopefully now we'll be able to use this exclusively. We still have our worker hired, so just keep that in mind as well. I'm surprised that nothing's going on with it. But, jump in. Good. Fire it off at 6 miles an hour. And we are off. I did notice when hiring the worker to get all the lines nice and straight, the worker was having a really bad time about getting turned around. Worker didn't want to turn around. They wanted to stop like 50 feet or 100 feet away from the side. And, well, that's not going to work, is it? Sorry, I just had a Coca-Cola and I've got the hiccups. All right, let's see how this worker decides to turn itself around. Oh, am I in your way? I'm sorry, Your Majesty. You serious? You're just sitting there. Go, idiot. It just doesn't look out, does it? What is going on? This worker is just something else. Oh, we'll let that go, and now we've got to jump back in here so that we could do this, and I can't get turned around yet. I'm gonna spray a little bit. Even the range on that thing sucks, too. We're just not having great luck today. Spin this around. Maybe we should have spent the extra money and got something a little bit nicer. But I suppose this will work just fine, at least for today. We just need to get this job done. But we need to go from side to side. It's looking like I might have to take over for the worker. I wanted to do this just for sake of ease, but I'm not sure if this is going to take longer or shorter amount of time to do. Either way, we've got to keep moving. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to do our best to finish this filled up without doing anything wild and crazy. And hopefully it all gets itself sorted out. Pray for me. Yeah, this is taking far too long. We've only gotten a couple passes. The worker's still being a moron. And yeah, it's just not working out for us. So we are going to take over here. We're going to take over the responsibilities of this. I am going to hire a worker like right here. Like that. We're going to hire that worker because I want to keep the line straight. However, once we get to the end of the row, I am going to fire the worker. If we come over here and look at that, only 5,300 liters. It's ridiculous, especially for how much work we've done trying to get the guy to turn around. I even had to go into, I couldn't like pull beside it. You know, sometimes if you've got some type of guy like this, you could just pull up to the side and it'll be like, oh, hey, look, a trailer. I want that. Oh yeah, and this dummy right here, I forgot, they just stop right there. I'm taking full control. This is stupid now. Me, oh my goodness gracious. I'm happy. I'm not happy. Here we are running our very last pass, and I just realized how loud this little booger is right here. Super, super loud. You may see something new off in the distance because I have taken all the chaff out of our silo and I have moved it over to the BGA. The reason I moved it to the BGA is because the BGA has something, well, unique. And something that's going to help us very, very much so. As a matter of fact, it is going to be great for us. Speaking of great for us, I'm actually going to hang on to this just for a minute. We haven't used it for a full hour yet, so we still get a full hour out of it. We're going to hook up to this because we'll get a little bit faster, about twice as fast almost. And we are going to head over to the BGA, and I'm going to show you what we've got. Now, the town, city, whatever you want to call it, has been gracious enough to let us use the BGA to make some silage. So they've got this machine. Oh yeah, the machine. And we're going to go dump this chaff into said machine. And if you've been watching any of our stuff on Lone Oak in the past, if you've been watching anything recently over on New Woodshire, you will know what this machine is. You may see it there towering in the distance, well, the not so distant distance. What this is it takes the chaff or grass or whatever you put in it, and it turns that into silage. And it actually does it fairly quickly. I'd be surprised if it hasn't done any already. Actually, maybe only every hour or so. Get a little bump there. Crash counter number 1, at least. So let's dump this in here. And this is going to transform the silage, or the chaff rather, into silage for us. You can see right here, none of it has happened yet. but we're going to have 47,943 liters. So if we were smart, we would have just had 12. We would have had 12 silage bales, and that's going to be the equivalent. Now, the great thing about this is it also gives you digestate, which is great because, of course, we had digestate over there as well, and we just take the digestate and sell it and make some cash money. But this, we'll be getting double digestate. Oh, yeah, double digestate. So what are we going to keep the forage harvester for? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around to all of the grass in that field, and we're going to take a look at the other field as well and see what growth stage we're in and see if we can. But I would like, what in the world is that guy doing? I would like, get out of the way, meeps, and get out of here, birds. Everybody get out of here. We're going to try to fill this guy up with grass, and we're going to bring it back and try to make as much silage as possible. We'll take a look here and see. We're coming up this field above the tractor in green. That is our other owned field, and I believe that is growth stage 1, which means we should be able to mow around that field, hypothetically. It can only go wrong. Let me show you what I mean. So we were having issues with this guy trying to mow grass, and it will. That's the great thing about forage harvesters and the mower headers is, well, they mow grass. That's what they do. And we're trying not to get too close to the too close over here, but you can see we've got grass going in the back, and I'm going to attempt to get as much of this grass as possible for us to use personally on our silage stuff. So we can take this grass. It should very easily go over. Look at that. So we got already almost 2,000 liters of grass in here, and we haven't even done anything. Well, neat. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to turn this thing off. We're going to make another pass over here because there's quite a bit of grass that we missed. Speaking of grass, our grass fields, I think, are a couple days away from being ready still. As you may know, in 6-day seasons, things change every 2 days. So for us, we're still going to have to wait at least another day for anything to happen. How close in there can we get? About that close. All right, that's not too bad. So we're going to have to wait a few more days for things to happen since we're in the third of autumn, which is mid-autumn. Fourth is basically the same thing as the third, and so on and so forth. Fifth and sixth are the same. When we get to the 5th day, possibly even the 6th day, that is going to be the last thing that we can do in seasons until it freezes and our options run out. And I don't want to have to get to that point, but we will at least finally be getting to the end of year 1. And if you guys know me, seasons takes forever. And I'm so sorry, but I'm super thorough. Having a large farm using seasons is extremely tough. People that do it, I envy you big time because I can't do it. I gotta have a super small farm because I'm so just into every little thing and trying to meticulously do this and do that, find ways to cheat, find ways to, I say cheat, but, hack it a little bit. Like right now, this is a little bit of a hack. We've gotten 7,600 liters of grass just from going around in circles on this field. That's pretty good. That's pretty good indeed. And guess what? We're going to hit that tree, aren't we? No. Oh, we're going to hit that one though. Oh, yeah. So we can come through here, you get all this grass. This is it's a non-cheating cheat. And we're stuck. And now we're unstuck, and we're moving on to the rest of the farmyard. There's so much grass around. And this is one thing that people don't try to do. I used to do this all the time in FS17. I would just go and I would mow everything around all my fields, and I would get all of the free grass because it's grass that you don't have to do anything with. Yeah, there might not be a whole lot of it, but guess what? I've gotten 11,000 liters extra of grass right now, and when you're getting 450 liters or $450 per 1,000 liters of silage, well, this grass is 1-to-1 with silage. So that's basically money. This is all we're doing right here is time and money. Money and time. So we're trying to get as much of this as we possibly can. One thing we could do is bail this up if we really wanted to. I'm actually not opposed to doing that. This is a super easy way to collect it. Of course, it all goes to here. We can open the grain door and just drive forward. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow us to put all this grass onto the ground. Yeah, we're going to get stuck. That's going to allow us to put all this grass onto the ground, and then we can come back through and bale the grass bales, and then do whatever we want with that, wrap it, whatever. I think it's really cool. Nice, neat little hack that I enjoy doing. Well, we've not only filled up the trailer, we filled up the trailer twice, and I was like, you know what? Let's grab the truck. So we were able to fill the truck up as well. We were able to hire a worker and wreck around. And so we were able to get an extra, keep in mind, this is extra, 32,000 liters. An extra 32,000 liters off of what we already had. How just insanely cool is that? Back this guy up. We're going to do the exact same thing right here. Dumperino, Dumperooski. There it goes. What's our total take? 79,943 liters. That is our total take from doing everything and moving everything and doing just... God, that field sucked. Let's get this guy set back. We've already returned everything. So there's our return, and we are good. That's about it. That's about everything I had game plan for today. So let's head back over to the main farm. Let's figure out what we're going to do, figure out what's going to be planted in there, and we'll move forward. Well, guys, that is going to be it for today. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like on the video, get subscribed to the channel, join the GoHamFam, and make sure you turn your notification bells on as well so that you never miss a video here on the channel. All that being said, hope you have a great day. We will see you later. Peace.